On the stage, we have Pujya Daaji, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Vishwesvaraya Technological University, Dr. S. Vidyashankar, and Registrar of Vishwesvaraya Technological University, Professor B. Rangaswamy. I welcome you all, sir, on behalf of Heartfulness Meditation Center, Belagavi.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನನ್ನ ಶುಭ ಸಂಜೆಯ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳನ್ನು ತಿಳಿಸುತ್ತಾ, at the outset, I welcome all of you for this evening function. On behalf of the university and on behalf of all the teaching and non-teaching staff members and the students of this university, I welcome.
On behalf of Vishwesvaraya Technological University, the university wants to felicitate revered Daaji. I request Honorable Vice Chancellor and Registrar to do the honors.
Before I begin, I must express my gratitude to Honorable Vice Chancellor and the Registrar and all the seekers of spirituality craving for God realization present here. I salute you for coming. Not many are interested in God realization. Not many are interested in transforming themselves on a daily basis. We are all comfortable in our own fabric. We are used to our normal habits or abnormal habits. We are used to whatever we are. Transformation means a challenge. Faster the transformation, greater the challenge. Unless we want to stagnate ourselves, then this is not the way. This yoga is not for you. Stagnation is death. Flowing river, if it stagnates, becomes a pond and eventually becomes a filthy, dirty pond and can evaporate. Dynamism is a must. We are at Vishwesvaraya Technological Institute, University here. As a child, I had read a small booklet that was distributed in our school on Professor Vishwesvaraya and his achievements, scientific achievements. Science boldly talks about entropy. Some of the principles you might be understanding based on thermodynamics, that for any system to remain stable, you require continuous input. Without this continuous input, all the systems degrade eventually. For example, If you don't organize yourself in your room, you can see the hostels of boys and girls. Clothes are here, books are somewhere, socks are somewhere. Bedsheet is not properly drawn on the bed. It looks very messy. I've observed also, as a father, our children growing up, usually we spoil them with a lot of toys. We don't teach them how to put the toys at the right place. We give them a lot of toys, clothes, books, musical things, and so many other stuff. Someone has to organize it, put them in a right place. If not you, the children. If not children, mother. If not mother, the maid. Someone's effort is required to organize, to keep the system tidy, the room tidy. Human system, especially, our emotional and mental, as well as the physical, they all tend to degrade without these efforts. At a physical level, we have yoga. It's an input to organize and strengthen and keep our bodies flexible. Or you go to gym, or do whatsoever exercise you like to perform, but exercise is a must. At the mental level, we come to such institutions to enrich our minds. We interact with elders, we interact with professors, we argue back and forth and learn. We enrich our minds. There is another body we rarely talk about, our soul. How are we going to enrich our soul? Is it going to happen just by thinking of God? No. Problem starts moment we believe in God. Okay, I believe in God. Is it enough? What's the next step? Or are we happy just believing in God? Because belief in itself is not enough. It masks. Belief simply masks us, prevents us from going further. If we remain simply satisfied with our belief system, the next step must become visible to us and say, okay, I have to go beyond belief. And that's why no religion today in the world has become successful. Neither Hinduism, nor Christianity, nor Judaism, Buddhism, Islam, none. We are happy with beliefs, indoctrination, dogmatic views, philosophies, and over which we keep fighting. But if a Hindu realizes the ultimate truth, then all the truth emerging from all the religions will be visible as uniformly same. There will not be any fight. There will not be any conflicts. So the key thing is to experience. Religion is all about belief, dogmas, orthodoxy, and we fight on small differences. My Guruji Maharaj used to say, it's okay to be born in a religious family, but it's a curse to die in a religious family. Why? Because you have not progressed. What is beyond religion? It's like we go to schools. We use stencils in the beginning to write alphabets and numbers with a stencil. Would you come with your stencil to such institution? People will laugh at you. Oh, he's still coming with a stencil. Forms are needed quality are needed to understand and grasp what divinity is all about. Forms are created like visual graphics today we learn in computer sciences. They are all visual graphics, conveying a message. We have to decipher the symbols that we have inherited from our elders, from our rishis and sages. Spirituality, a step beyond religion, is all about experiences. Spirituality strengthens our belief. It gives it a foundation, real foundation. Why must I believe in God? Once you experience, then belief becomes unnecessary. The galaxies that we see through telescope, we witness stars, the sun, the moon. When we witness, we don't need to believe. When I experience divinity, I don't have to believe. I feel, I breathe that divinity. That is the beauty of spirituality. And how can you experience divinity? Can you experience outside yourself? Can you experience through your nose or your five senses or your liver or your stomach or your brain? No. The only organ that can perceive and experience is the heart. Is the first organ to be formed in a human system right after conception is the heart. Heart is the one that sets up the last, the moment of death. If you read Upanishads and Vedas, even Gita, they all talk about presence of divinity dwelling in every heart. And that's why another name is given to that godliness is that Antaryamin, one who dwells within. So I can experience that presence within myself. Any efforts, any endeavor to experience that presence outside myself will fail us. No Vedas talks about temples or external forms of worship. In fact, in Vishnu Sanhita it is mentioned that such slokas, such mantras should never be recited in a temple. One, they should never be recited in cemetery. Third, they should never be recited on roadside. So they have actually compared temples with cemeteries, the Vishnu Sanhita. Then what must be the description? How can we understand the temples of those days? They were the places like dharmasalas where you can go and stay. It's only later on when Buddhism kicked in the Indian subcontinent, stupas started coming up everywhere. Statues of Buddhas were flourishing. Hinduism was threatened. They came to ganged up together, and threw the Buddhism out, started creating their temples. That is the origin of formation of temples. There is not even one temple that you can identify today which is more than 2,700 years old. It is a product of degradation of Hinduism. Everywhere we say God is within yourself, He is Antaryamin. Lord Krishna also in his dialogue with Arjun says, when he shows his Vishwarup to Arjun, Arjun feels grateful. Lord, I am blessed. But please come back to that friendlier form. This form of yours is carrying me. Please come back to the original form, my friendlier form. And then he puts a very simple question, that people coming after, the future generations, how can they understand you? How can they perceive you? How can they understand your divinity? Sri Krishna Bhagavan says, Hridayame pashyasi. Feel myself in your heart. He does not say, fall at my feet. Externalization of God is the biggest problem we have today. It has been going on, this indoctrination is going on for thousands of years, and it's difficult to get out of it. Because all religions without exception, we have been conditioned in such a way that one day you forget to jalao deepam, or light up your lamp and light up some incense sticks, you will not feel peaceful. You have to do it. It has become your habit. Like a smoke addict, you have become a agarbatti addict. The reason, if I don't do this, what will happen? Maybe I might be sent to hell. And there is temptation for heaven. If I do this, maybe God will be happier. And all the gifts of your tapasya are promised in the hereafter, after the death. Who has come down to say, this is the outcome of my puja? If that puja cannot bring about the results in the here and now, if it cannot change me, if it cannot transform me, then what is the use of such satsangs and such pujas? My penances, my practices should be able to transform me from inside. If Atman has to merge with Paramatman, what yoga is all about, science says two likes can dissolve into each other. Water can dissolve in water. Water-soluble substances can dissolve in water. And Kabir Sahib also takes these scientific things in his mind and describes the ultimate condition of human evolution. He says it's like raindrops falling in the ocean and each drop becoming the ocean. But think for a minute, if instead of water there was oil raining from the sky, it will float forever on the ocean surface. Natures don't match. So for me to merge in the ultimate, I myself have to have those attributes, divine attributes, to merge in the divinity.